So hello guys, welcome to another video of PC Noobs, and in this video I'm going to show you on how to install or update your AMD GPU drivers. So there are two ways. So first, if you have an AMD GPU driver already installed, so that means we're just going to update it, or if you do not have an AMD GPU driver, so that means we're going to install it fresh. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to update our GPU drivers if you have an already existing GPU driver. So how do we do it? So I can show you some ways. So the first thing is to right click and you can see the AMD software Adrenaline Edition to open up the mini interface for your GPU driver. So wait for it to load, and as you can see here, we can go to the system tab and then scroll to the AMD software Adrenaline Edition version. So as you can see here, I can download the latest version, so it will say update available. You can see our current GPU driver, which is the 23.7.2. so we have the newer version, which is the 23.8.1. so all you have to do is to click download and it will automatically install it for you. So but if you're not seeing any updates, just make sure to click check for updates. And as you can see, it prompts us to update the latest version here. So I recommend also, if you're not seeing any updates, you can just click on recommended plus optional. But in most cases, I recommend just sticking to the recommended only, because the optional updates are only optional. So especially if you're having trouble with in certain applications or games, you can always check for the release notes. So if I'm going to open up the release notes here, as you can see the highlights. So this adds support for Immortals of Avium, and you can see the fixed issues here. So I recommend reading through the fixed issues if you're having a specific problem. So if you have a specific problem here that is fixed and you need to install it, you can just select the recommended plus optional, then just download the software here. So to proceed, we will now click download, and as you can see, it is already downloading it for us. So we'll just wait for this to finish. And here we go. So it is already done downloading. And also, I would recommend for you to check the automatic check for updates here, so that you don't have to always check manually for updates. So once it is done downloading, just click on install. It will prompt you for administrative rights, and as you can see here, the AMD software Adrenaline Edition is already initializing for you. Now let's just wait, and here we go. So make sure that it is fully installed. I recommend doing a full install so that you can have all the features of the GPU driver here. And also just leave the install location to default, and the factory reset is grayed out as of now. So you can allow AMD to collect information to contribute, but for now in this video, I'm just going to click on do not allow. Now click install. Now your display may flicker during the installation, and that is normal since it will remove the previous driver and it will install the latest version. Now let's wait for this to finish and I'll be right back. Okay, so after installing for some time, as you can see here, it will prompt us to restart our computer to finish the installation. So I will just click on restart to restart your computer here. So I'll be right back. Okay, so after restarting your computer, we're going to check now the current version of our GPU driver. So just right click and click on the AMD software Adrenaline Edition. So if you cannot find this, you can also just go to the notification tray and click on the AMD software here, Adrenaline Edition. So I'll just double click on it, and now let's wait for it to open. And as you can see, you will be prompted by some notifications right here, and as you can see, the current version is now up to date. So we can expand this. Now click check for updates just to make sure, And as you can see, we're now on the latest version, which is 23.8.1. So that's it for the updating part. Now what if we're going to want to install from a fresh install of Windows? So what if we do not have a GPU driver installed? So let's proceed to the second part. So all you have to do is to open up your browser, just type AMD GPU driver and click on AMD drivers and support. So I'm just going to enlarge this. So scroll down until you see find drivers support by selecting your product. So your browser may scan your computer and see what is the GPU your computer has currently. So you can just click on that. But if you really want to search a specific part, your specific GPU, all you have to do is to click on graphics and then select your GPU driver or GPU system here. So mine is in 6600. So what if you don't know your current GPU? Click on search and type dxdiag and wait for it to launch, as it will scan for your computer. So right now you can see the system. Now click on display 1 and you can see the name of the device. So mine is an AMD Radeon RX 6600. Okay, now click on exit. So click on graphics, then going to click the 6000 series, going to click on the 6600 series, then the 6600. Okay, so yours may vary, so make sure that you know your GPU model. Now click on submit and it will proceed to this page. So select your Windows version. So mine is Windows 11. Now scroll down until you see AMD Software Adrenaline Edition. So make sure that it is WHQL recommended or the latest version and click on download. Now save it to where you want it to be. Okay, once it is done downloading, all you have to do is to open the software. There you go, it is detecting our system and wait for it to finish. There you go. So right now it says here AMD Radeon RX 6600. It will show you installation here, but I do have an current GPU driver version, so it will ask you for a repair. So if you want to reinstall the GPU driver, if you have any issues, you can do that as well. Now make sure to click on additional options and make sure that it is selected on full install so that you can get all of the features. And click on don't allow if you don't want AMD to collect your information. And you can now click install. But right now I do have my GPU driver installed, so I will not click on install. So once you click on install, it will proceed to the installation, and after that you can just restart your computer. Okay, then after restarting your computer, you can just right click and you will see the AMD Software Adrenaline Edition here. Now once you open it up, just go to the home tab, then go to driver and software and check for updates and make sure that it is currently up to date. Okay, so that is it, and make sure that it is on recommended plus optional or recommended only if you really want the stable versions of this driver. Okay, and make sure to check for updates is set on automatic, and if you want to download drivers and software automatically, you can just enable this as well. Okay, so that's it for this video. So if you have any questions, just comment down below, and if you like this video, give it a subscribe and like, since it will help a lot. Thank you guys, and see you in the next video.